hitching back to the trail, we made a pit stop to see Rainbow Falls. It is so massive. I think it's the tallest waterfall I've ever seen. Another pit stop on the way to the trail in this historic orchard. Well, we are back on trail and crossing another bridge. We're going to Leavenworth next, which is 108 miles. So our packs are quite heavy right now. Yeah, pretty sure Mexico is further than that.
Yeah.
It's meltingly hot out and the snow up in the mountains. There's little tiny patches up there. It's so strange. It's like 90 degrees out and we're still seeing snow. Oh. But Duck and I are trying to stick with each other because the other day when we were hiking into Stehekin, he got a very agitated bear trying to get his food. It was pretty aggressive and it was just trying to get his pack and he was trying to take a rest. And it chased him up the mountain. He was trying to throw rocks at it. But it was relentless. So they definitely have a problem with bears here. Last night we camped at Cedar Camp and had a mouse visitor. There wasn't a good place to bear bag. So we slept with our food in our vestibules and a mouse chewed through my plastic bag, but I have my extra food in that doesn't fit in my bear bag, and ate part of the muffin top of the muffin I got at the bakery in town, which by the way, the bakery was amazing. I took a bunch of pastries out with me on the trail too, but there goes part of the best part of the muffin. The mouse ate it. Other people were having mouse visitors too. Not necessarily eating their stuff, but like crawling up their tent and stuff like that. There's a lot of snow up ahead, right there. Just behind that tree. But they've been falling down. There's been mini avalanches all morning. For like the past 30 minutes really. Over there we saw one fall. Just been tumbling down sounding like thunder. It's wonderful to see snow later today. I mean like walk on snow. So my Gut Hooks app hasn't been working properly for the past few days. The location on it won't update. Like my phone realizes that like where I am because I'm checking other apps, but like it won't update. It'll just say I'm in the same campsite even though I've hiked 15 miles and it's just not updating, which is highly inconvenient. So you can't like properly use the app. I've been kind of relying on Duck, but I need that to get fixed. I'm wondering if it's maybe because I don't have cell service and haven't for a while, so maybe it's just having trouble because it's going to be like 2 weeks without cell service. I mean, it shouldn't really affect that. I'm not sure. Either way, this whole section coming south of High Bridge by Stehekin is just so overgrown. There's patches that aren't, but this is just in general is very overgrown. Sounds like we've got some thunderstorms coming in. That's the direction we have to head. Look at that, I made it to mile 100 Sobo. I guess that puts me around 900 miles in. We got off a little bit before 800. It's a pretty impressive bridge for the PCT, I must say. This river is like really raging. The bridge turns. This is pretty cool. couldn't tell if it was a turd or a slug. It's a tiny banana slug. It's the first one I've ever seen. This is one heck of a burrow. It just keeps going in there. It's huge. There's like giant piles of poop all over. Wonder what lives in there. Duck thinks it's a marmot.
Yep.
Huh. This little guy was running down the trail trying to get away from me. He can't fly. No. There are some huge marmots here. There's holes everywhere. There's two hanging out right there. They're cute. It's just really beautiful up here. Now that the sun finally came out. There's so much water along this section of trail because it's all snow melt. The sun finally came out and I'm sure it's all melting pretty fast. There's all that snow up there. So I've sat down to filter some water and I found that there's an entire family of marmots over there. Like there's juveniles and small babies and they've just been like popping in and out of the rocks. I guess they all went back. There's one hopped out there. Right there. It's just a little small thing. Probably says a hamster. Oh, the big one joined it. It's just been so cute watching this. Oh, it's like grooming the little baby. So precious. Yeah, they've been a lot of fun to watch. This is the closest snow we've seen on the trail in a bit. It's right there. Poke, poke, poke.
It was pristine.
No, it's not. It's another little patch of snow. So yesterday I did my first over 20-mile day on the trail going southbound. I think it was just under 22 miles. Today we are aiming for like 19.7. So I think we're just going to be shooting for around 20-mile days until Leavenworth. And then after that, probably try pushing for higher and then hopefully stick around 25 miles. I would like to get up to doing 30-mile days. Sounds like that should be really easy to do in Oregon. Hi there. Your lower teeth look very overgrown. I can't believe how close that last marmot let us get. And then we come around the corner and there's 3 marmots wrestling each other over there. They've just been rolling around and running around. And today is the day for marmots. There's so many of them here. There's the 3rd one coming back. This has just been so entertaining.
But I could definitely do a little.
Oh, this is Micah Lake. We camped half mile from it. It's like a perfect reflection. I just can't believe how perfectly clear this water is. You can see some fish swimming by. You see right to the bottom. And the reflections. This is just such a cool lake. Just about at the top of this pass, and there's a little patch of snow that the trail goes through. So cute, tiny little pass. So in my little break off when I was at home, I just kept eating like I was on trail. And I ended up putting on 10 more pounds than what I initially started off at the beginning of the trail at the Mexican border. So that was a little disheartening. I just put that back on so fast and then some. although I think it kept my muscles because we've been pulling 20s, so I feel like I'm still in good shape, but I feel that I'm even further from my goal now. Probably in the past 2 weeks I think I've probably dropped at least 10 pounds. Maybe, I hope. Yeah, we've been really getting our butts moving, and yeah, it's been pretty exhausting. But this whole, like, everything that I've hiked so far has just been just as beautiful as the Sierras. It's just so stunning. I'm not sure if this bridge is supposed to go down like that, but there's definitely water going over the middle of it. Oh man, the trailhead is going over so many beautiful bridges and waterfalls, rivers. This section has just been river after river. It's all just so beautiful. So I'm on the top of Red's Pass. It is so beautiful on both sides.
Yes, I'm White Pass. White Pass is gorgeous. Yeah. Actually, I think White Pass is prettier.
It's pretty incredible. Do you know what mountain that is out there?
No, we don't have any of these mountains.
I mean that like really big one right there.
Oh, well, that's Rainier.
It's Rainier?
Rainier.
Uh-huh. hiking on a fresh section of trail. They just carved this out. You can see the old trail down there. And all of this was just carved right out of the mountain. This is like soft dirt. You can see that they just dug it out sometime this year. It's so nice and fresh. So right before that last jet went by, two of them came from over there and flew down into here, like below me, like so low and like right in those creases, like between all these mountains. I practically pissed myself they came so close. Like, I just can't believe that they just flew down as I was walking along the trail. So they were all below me. They just barely cleared that and went down along the treetops. Those are loud and they come out of nowhere. That is, oh, yeah, that did me a frighten there. And so the last few days there have definitely been a lot of jets flying through, or just like above the mountains, but haven't had any very close, like up and personal encounters with them like that until now. I had a few times in Sierra as well where they also went below, I think in the desert section too, and I was like able to look down on the top of the plane as it was going by, which is just crazy to me. I'm sure there'll be more of that. So yesterday my feet were really hurting me, like the bones just like along the length of my feet, both of them, particularly my left foot. It was pretty rocky. I think it's because my shoes are nearing 500 miles, and although they're like completely intact, there's no holes, no nothing, I'm hiking in ultra tips. But I think that's just the support in them is just wearing out, like the core of them. I feel like I'm just beating them to a pulp. So I feel like I'm beating my feet up to a pulp. My feet feel very tenderized. This morning they felt a little bit better, but right now they're starting to hurt again. I have a new pair of the same shoes to pick up when I get to Leavenworth, which I'll be hiking in tomorrow morning. I think we're gonna be just camping right outside the road, and then Duck's mom is gonna pick both of us up in the morning, head into town and get some breakfast. I'm excited for it because it's supposed to be a Bavarian village, I think. I've never been there, but from the people who are local to Washington, I'm hearing good things about it. So looking forward to that. Also, I finally met my first people on this section of this hike that I've already known. Were people that I had met when I was heading northbound. They flipped up to Ashland. It was like a group. Elisa and her boyfriend, I can't remember his name. Because I was hiking with them a little bit, and we crossed paths today. They're heading north, and then once they get to the northern terminus, they'll have to go back and do the section that they skipped. But that's just really cool. I was curious when I'd finally be seeing familiar faces heading the other direction. And that's them. There's still a bunch of people that I'm looking forward to meeting that I spent more time with. We'll see when I catch up to them, or when we cross paths, I mean. So this is Lake Valhalla. According to day hikers, there's a lot of people camped down there. I've honestly been seeing a ton of day hikers heading northbound, which is pretty surprising. The trail is very crowded. There's a ton of people out here right now. We don't plan on camping at the popular tent sites. We just want to be close to the road so we can head into town early tomorrow morning. So Duck and I just got our first trail magic. We have oranges. We ran into one of his friends that he hiked with last year on the PCT. What was his name? Verde. Cool, and he just gave us 4 oranges each. That is super awesome. Apparently he just lives around here and he's just doing a day hike, but like, what are the coincidences? We've both run into people that we know today. That's pretty awesome.
Pretty cool.
Well, I made it to Stevens Pass. Phone is vibrating like crazy. This is the first time I've had service in 2 weeks. It's 30 minutes until when Duck's mom should show up. Or actually, that might be her over there. Well, I'm excited to get into town. I haven't been in a hotel yet this trip so far for this southbound adventure. Can't wait to be clean and to get breakfast.